Hey guys, and welcome to Kittens Corner Creation, episode 6. I'm trying something different. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, okay, we try. And that's actually a great way to start this segue because that's actually what I'm going to actually do today. We're going to talk about perceptions and we're going to talk about accepting failures, etc., etc. As you see, this is the picture that I was going to actually do on cam, but I was going to use the watercolors. And let me tell you, yesterday, which should have been the day it was posted, was a total nightmare. I'm going to start the picture I'm going to actually do today. So here we go. Na, 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 na. Na, 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 na. I'm not even going to show you the fail. Maybe I will, but not right now. So, what was the plan was to draw the painting I did in the little short, but to do it live and on cam, and then I was going to make some kind of philosophical story to go with it. That did not happen. So what ended up happening, I'm going to turn my little fellow around because I'm finding I can draw pretty good looking at him. So bear with me. Let me get started. Okay, so anyway, I drew the picture out, painted it out with the watercolors, and I was so proud of my thing. I had rain going in the background, so on and so forth. And I was like, all right, I'm really good to go. I was not good to go. When I actually looked at the picture, it actually was only taking part of the picture was actually being filmed rather, and it ended up being a like total fail. I kind of rage quit, and when I say kinda, I did. I deleted over 40 minutes worth of footage. That was really sad on my part. I was kind of sad, and I was like, I can't do this. Then this morning I woke up, fresh eyes, and I was like, you know what? It's all a part of learning, and if I'm supposed to be learning this too, then I can't expect to be 100% perfect every single time. Because we all know that that's not exactly how life works. Life doesn't give us 100% our first go round. It gives us um whatever percent it wants to actually. So here it was. I was rage quitting doing a drawing that I didn't do very well, but no one was seeing it, and nor was should I have been judging myself on it. And that's kind of was like the revelation I had. Like, hey, you're just starting. Why do you expect perfection on like your first or second try? And that's kind of how we do. We want it perfect that first go round. And gosh darn it, if it's not, then I can't do it. Or, we write ourselves off and we say, I can't do it. It's not working the way I want it to work. And we kind of give up. We give up on ourselves. We don't have to worry about other people writing us off because we do a really good job of it ourselves. Meantime, what we could have done and what we could have achieved never gets to tuition because we give up and we walk away. So I am here redrawing this picture, redoing it, and I'm doing it live for a reason. Not live, but live for like I'm actually drawing it real time. I guess that should be the word I'm using because I'm giving myself permission to fail. And I feel like a lot of people need to hear that. And so, I'm giving you basically permission to fail too, which means that you get if things don't go right, it's okay because guess what? There's more than one page in this book, and there's more than one chapter in your life. So if you don't get it right the first time, you just keep trying. The main thing that we have to really, the concept that we really have to embrace is that you kept trying. Now, if you just give up on yourself and give up on whatever it is you're doing, then you'll never know how well you could have done with it. You'll never know how well it could have came out. And you'll always you'll always be kind of reminded by the non achievements of all the success you could have had but didn't have because you failed. And like I told you, they make a razor for a reason. Erasers are there so when you make mistakes, you get to erase it. And guess what? Most time people looking at your art only see the success. And that's how life is most time. People only start paying attention when you do well. But so they assume that they can do it. I'm pretty sure other artists or budding artists, they didn't start off 100%. Most time what you're seeing is their finished work, what they've done for probably like years. It took me years watching videos to understand that these artists didn't just start off, creating art and stuff like that. They didn't just pick up whatever medium they was using and started. They basically kept going and kept doing it. And if you look at their earlier works, it wasn't 100%. I mean, it was some of it was kind of like spot on and where they wanted it, but some of it was like even NerdEcrafter was like, yeah, that wasn't my best work. So imagine if she had looked at her first couple of projects and was like, ugh, yeah, no, I can't do this. But that's not what happened. She actually kept going and she kept drawing and she kept making the little figurines and so on and so forth until she found her, as we call it, a groove or what have you, and she's really good at it. But imagine if yesterday, I went, I can't do this. This is a fail. I fail at this. Then you never grow. You always end up doing the same things, making the same mistakes, stopping in every part of your life. And life isn't like that. The only way you get better at something is repetition. The only way you're going to grow as a person is to keep trying the same things over and over again. Eventually what you'll find out is you won't make the same mistakes over and over again, and that's where it gets really good. You really start to grow as a person. Now, will it come overnight? Gosh, I wish, but no, it's not gonna be an overnight thing. You're not going to, it's not too much that we do that we're going to be successful overnight. Most of the stuff that we do, we have to work at it and keep pushing ourselves. And doing the one thing is not accepting failure as the write off. When you accept failure as the write off, then that's basically you're stopping your growth because you're basically saying, I can't do it. When you don't even know if you can do it because you've never done it. So, what am I saying? I'm saying it's okay not to be 100% perfect all the time. As long as you keep trying and you keep growing as a person and you keep seeing the bigger picture, and that is the best part of it. There's a bigger picture you really that we can achieve and that we can make and that we can keep going. And so our little person doesn't look like a 2-year old or a 2-year old with no art experience do it, but it starts to look like someone who really that's maybe been in art classes or something like that. But for right now, our quote unquote 2-year old drawing is where we are in our life. And as long as you're happy with yourself, it doesn't matter what someone else sees because you're not pleasing them, you're pleasing yourself. And you're doing this for yourself. And believe it or not, I'm going to just say it. It'll get better. You'll get better at it. Repetition will come and you'll look at your art piece one day and go, oh my God, look at that. That's perfect. It's exactly where I wanted it to be. And if you push hard enough, you'll start seeing the other pictures that you've done and realize that there's growth and realize you're watching yourself grow as a person. And it doesn't have to be in art. What if we gave ourselves permissions to fail on other things? What if we gave ourselves permission to grow on our love life, our jobs, and things like that? What if we gave ourselves permission to not get it right 100% on things like that? And more importantly, what if we gave ourselves permission to fix things that we don't feel are right? And we gave other people permission to tell us when things are not going the way they should. When was the last time someone gave you a criticism and you took it really hard, or you took it negative, or you took it to heart, as they say? But what if you took that criticism as, hey, they want me to grow? Wouldn't that be cool if you took it that way and it was no longer a criticism, but it was a way to grow? And that is called perception, and that is what takes us from walking away and accepting a fail and building up and learning and growing as people in your spiritual life, in your financial life, in your romances, your work life. If we took time to accept that, hey, it's not going to be 100% all the time, but we're going to get there. How amazing, how relaxing is it to know that it's okay? If I don't get it right 100%, it's okay. It's all right. It'll be okay. And that is how we grow as people. Then how cool would it be if you could take that comfortable feeling and share it with other people? Because I'm pretty sure there are some people that would love to feel okay as well, and understand that it's okay if I don't get it the way I thought it should be, and I really messed up. So we're going to take the eraser and see if that'll erase. Oh, thank goodness. My shadow, my shadow. Yay, though I walked through the shadow. The shadow was going in the wrong direction. Okay, let's try that. Alright. I really gotta learn my angles. And guess what? It's okay. It's okay. It's just supposed to be the shadow of the person walking. Next time I'll nail it. Next time I'll get it. And next time my shadow will be kind of there and the way it's supposed to be. It's not supposed to be 100% darker or what have you. So we're gonna take some erasing and go. Now, what I thought would be really cool is we're gonna take our person that we got, but we're going to do something different. We're going to put him in the sun. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull out my favorite marker set that I know you've seen me color with before. And I'm going to finish this little guy off, and I'll be right back in a second. And we're back. And I still want to make it a rainy day, so I have my little white highlighter thing. It works really well, so I want to do. I'm going to probably invest in another one because I find myself using it often. But let's make some rain in this picture, and I'm calling it a windy day. Period. And if it was, I would say it was up north, but in Georgia, this is pretty much our winter's day. But so yeah, so we got the little rain. I'm not sure how well the camera is doing the effect, but it looks pretty good from here. I'll show you in a second. And I decided to make this a signature look since it's about our little mechanical man. So I have my little marker, and we're gonna finish setting him on his little stand. Just simply draw a line down like this to the stand. And we're going to, since we have it, highlight his little boats. So, in conclusion, don't give up on your dreams. Don't give up just because it doesn't seem like it's working the way you want it to work. And eventually, you're going to get better. Or you're going to probably find something else to do or what have you. And that's on anything. Don't give up the first go round on your romance and all that kind of stuff. But other than that, it's all about perception. And you're going to get out of anything what you put into. And that we will see you next week on Kitten's Corner's Creation. And just a little hint on next week's episode. All I'm going to say is, oh, Clay. Bye, guys. Thanks for hanging with me.